guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Less Stress Travel. Thank you for tuning in today. Okay, today I have a pretty interesting topic, and I want to use this topic also to discuss a little bit about that. Because to be honest, and you will understand why I say that like this, it's a topic which, when I first heard about it, it was pretty enlightening to me, and then I had a couple of question marks, and right now I'm at the point where I think for some points this is true and for some points it's not. But I'm really curious and open also what is your experience about that. The reason why I'm pointing this out is, or the whole topic where I want to talk about, better said, is the theory of, are carbohydrates actually damaging for our body, and are they causing so much damage and to our stress levels than I'm saying. I'm fully believing that this is the truth for most of us. Okay? Obviously, I'm also believing in the theory that we are all individuals and everybody is, to a specific point, kind of different. Now, on the other hand, from our evolution, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to eat carbohydrates because they never really took place in our diet for thousands of years, right? And through our evolution process. But on the other hand, you have all these cultures, like Japanese people, like Italian people. They eat a lot of carbohydrates. Japanese people, they eat a ton of sushis, a ton of noodle, a ton of rice. Italian people, they eat pizza, they eat pasta, and they live pretty well, and they live pretty amazing lives. Now, the reason why I want to get a little bit into the discussion about that, because I think it's not just the food factor that makes these people actually healthy, it's also the lifestyle, which is a little bit different than in our cultures here in Europe or in America. Or better said, when I'm talking about Europe, I'm talking about Germany, obviously, because Italy is in Europe. But anyway, my point is, I think there are factors like climatic factors. Like when I just know that by myself, if the sun is shining, your body reacts to that. Your body automatically drops your stress levels. You feel better. You're just more active. You like to move. You like to do stuff. So that's a pretty interesting factor, actually. But there's a second thing which is pretty amazing to me. Now there's this theory about, for example, equatorial types. So people living right around the equator, they tend to digest carbohydrates way better than Europeans, for example, do, right? I take just my own culture as an example. And people couldn't really figure out how that works, but what's pretty interesting is, for example, some African cultures around the equator, they have longer digestive tracts, and what actually happens inside of their tracts is that when they digest the carbohydrates, because the tract is longer, they actually, through the bacteria and through the enzymes inside of the gut, they get already transferred into fats inside of the digestive tract already, and then they get absorbed into the bloodstream and get to the cells to provide energy. Our gut is not made to do that in America and in Europe. So it's pretty interesting. On the other hand, there are also cultures around the equator, like the Maasai. They just eat animals and they just drink blood, and they are super healthy, they are strong, they are fit, they are completely stress levels, but they are also completely out of other stress factors. They're just living together with their guild, I think they call it in English, or their tribe, right? The tribe is the better word. And they hunt, and they're doing all these stuff which we in the modern cultures here, we are normally not doing. in our daily base life. So it's pretty interesting. Also, we have to consider that in Japan, which is pretty interesting to me, they eat a lot of raw fish, a lot of raw products. In Korean culture, by the way, as well. A lot of Asian cultures, if I think about it. So I mentioned that because I already talked about the phenomenon of the benefits of raw products to our body, how we can digest the protein pretty much better. So I think that also has an impact on more on living longer in your life and living healthier and living better. Just the food quality itself and how we cook or not cook food is a huge factor. So as you can see, there's so many different factors, and I'm just still figuring a lot of things out. But I think to round this up a little bit, and again, I invite you to talk with me about it and discuss with me about it. I think there's a pretty good theory that people tend to digest, especially carbohydrates. I just love this topic, that's why I always bring it up again. To digest carbohydrates better than other cultures, but it's still a biological fact that without animal products, most cultures, they don't do pretty well. All right, there are not a lot of cultures which actually going completely vegan. Like I'm talking about the whole country or the whole concept. There are not a lot of cultures, and there's not enough study made about it. But just thinking from our evolution and from biochemical facts, burning through minerals, burning through vitamins, it's just makes not a lot of sense to actually take the risk to overeat with carbohydrates and just throwing jacking up your cortisol and stress levels through that. To round that up. But again, there are cultures who tend to do better with carbohydrates than we do. And this is where it actually gets really, really interesting. And this is always what I want to bring to my clients, basically, that it definitely depends where you're coming from and what your lifestyle looks like and what you do. There are so many factors, and this is when one-on-one coaching gets really valuable for you guys. Okay. Today, no promotion for my own coaching because I want to keep that open. I want to keep that as a discussion. I'm really looking forward. If you want to text me a message or write a comment below, I'm always looking through the comments, and yeah, looking forward to talk to you guys. See you out there. See you tomorrow. Not see you out there. See you tomorrow, and have a good day. Reduce your stress and stay healthy. Bye.